as a commissioning manager, but it'd be nice to hear the steps you took as well as a commissioning engineer, because I think a lot of people, especially at young ages, 15, 16, don't actually know what a commission engineer is or does. So if you could please start by just introducing yourself and telling us a bit about your career. Yeah.
So my background was I finished school. I went to college. I went to sea as a junior engineer. I left sea as a junior engineer.
But just quickly, Simon, what did you study when you was in college?
I studied agricultural engineering,
Okay,
so
nice.
hydraulics, pneumatics, mechanical, and electrical engineering.
Mhm. I see.
Um, Following on to that, yeah, I kind of stayed within the maintenance, the factory maintenance sector, and after that, then I went into the engineering and project management sector. So looking after new builds for oilseed and vegetable oil plants, still attached to the marine side,
Yeah,
as you well know.
yeah, yeah. I love the marine industry. What do
Um,
you like about it?
I love the variety and
Yeah,
the motive and the movement and how everything changes. And different countries, different people, different ships, different nationalities. I'll
yeah,
get to meet so many different people. It's awesome.
yeah. Wicked, amazing. And how about the biogas industry? So obviously, I know you spent some time working in the biogas industry. What are your
Exactly,
thoughts on it?
exactly the same. It's awesome to be able to be involved in it.
Mhm.
As you well know, I've got an opportunity coming up in the Middle East. We won't talk any more about it, but
Yeah. I know you're the commissioning lead, but for people outside of the industry, a commissioning engineer on a day to day on a biogas project, what are they working on?
it depends on the level of implementation that they're employed into. Technically, you'll be doing loop testing, you'll be doing um, instrumentation calibrations, you'll be checking. So you're assuring that the whole system that you're about to hand over to the client um, for
Works.
from yeah from a
Mm,
SAP perspective, so site acceptance test
yeah.
is is perfect and works exactly as it should. So
Okay.
all the pressure transmitters, all pipe work, everything is tested to the level it should be.
Okay. And is there a particular challenge that is regular, or is like a challenge that you constantly face on a biogas plant?
Okay, one of the things I would say is that from a commissioning engineer's perspective, you want to be involved as early as possible.
Hmm.
So you're involved from the earliest point. So first of all, you have a complete oversight of the entire system, how the plant works, how it produces gas, what the feedstocks are. Commissioning engineers are just about electrical, mechanical, electronic, and they're about biology, they're about feedstock, they're about how everything comes together to form one perfect scenario. So
Nice.
you need to have an understanding and have all these things come together. So
Okay.
you you need to understand the biology, you need to understand the feedstock, you need to understand all of those things.
Yeah, yeah. A commission engineer needs to know on a knowledge basis to basically so
Yeah.
that it all works in sequence. I understand. Okay. And outside of the biogas industry, I want to know, Simon, you've worked on so many projects, so many different industries. What for you, what's been one of the most rewarding or memorable projects that you've worked on?
Shit. Sorry. Probably the best one was actually here in Poland. Um,
Okay.
which is 1,000 ton a day rapeseed to oil. So physical crushing, solvent extraction, oil recovery, solvent oil recovery plant. Um, that was probably one of the most rewarding.
Well, really, going back to earlier points in your career, Simon, I know your sweet spot is the marine industry that you've liked working in. I know you've worked in the biogas industry. You're now doing some work in hydrogen plants. It's very interesting. What would you say has been important moments or decisions you've made that have led you to the next projects that you've worked on? I know you're probably very well known and now because of where you are today, but if we go back to Simon, who was maybe 20, 30 years old, not as well known yet,
I
what
set, mys-
decisions
I,
helped?
I set myself a target when I was 18 years old that I'd earn £15,000 a year. A year. When I got a job after I left, obviously, the sea, um, and I got a job that paid me 12,500, I was really excited. I was very happy. Then I got a
Yeah.
pay rise after the first year to 15,500. I was like, God, I've hit the jackpot. But at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about job satisfaction. So
I mean, has there been a time in your career which has been quite testing, where you might have changed direction? Because there, in careers like yours, where you've worked across different industries, I know that some people feel, have I gone into the right niche or am I in the industry I should be in? You've been in a few industries. So has there ever been a time where you wanted to change direction or work on different projects?
that's my wife. Um,
My
I've, 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 I've been in that situation too many times. Too
Oh,
many times.
really? What skills have mattered most to you in your career?
Empathy.
Empathy.
Empathy is probably one of the biggest ones that you can have. Um, understanding other people's emotions, the problems that they're having in their work life, issues that are going on. Obviously, academics. So, I mean, I was terrible at school with maths and things. But
Mm.
when I started working, all of a sudden I'm doing gas calculations, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I can do it literally on the back of my hand, you know. But I had no interest in school.
I think when
No,
it's something that actually is for something that's in front of you, it makes you more interested, doesn't it? It's worth doing.
when I jumped on board and I was doing it myself, and I was having to do things, all of a sudden I had a big interest in it. So
Yeah.
calculations and everything else, and oh, I can do it, not a problem.
Nice. And I've got an interesting question for you, Simon. I want you to take your time with this one and think about it because I'm sure you've met so many people along your career, but along the way, has there ever been advice you've received that's stuck with you, that's stuck in your mind? You said some nice words actually on LinkedIn a while back. I saw you gave a recommendation to John Taylor, saying that he was a man that
John's
you went to.
John's a he's a legend, really,
Is he?
absolutely. I adore that guy, really.
Has he ever given you advice that that's stuck in your mind, or has anyone else? Has there been a piece of advice that you've received over the years that always
Never,
stuck in your mind?
never give up.
Yeah.
First of all, never give up.
For the younger guys, the commissioning engineers that are coming through, someone following in your footsteps, where should they start, or how could they go about obtaining a similar career journey to you?
If you're going to do commissioning and you want to be a good commissioning engineer, you can't just be one discipline. You need to be multi-discipline.
Okay.
You need to be at the top of your tree, and you need to be able to cover all the different um, disciplines. So you need to understand software. You need to understand E&I. You need to understand. There's 1,000 things. It's such an interesting,
Yeah.
it's mentally interesting job.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Commissioning engineer, you need experience across the whole spectrum of
It's a
everything.
job that takes maybe 10 years to even get into that actual
Yeah,
title of multiple
yeah.
different titles first. I get it. Okay. And personality trait is to never give up. I hear that because it sounds like it could be mentally very challenging and difficult, but rewarding in the long run. It must be a nice feeling when you get to the final stages of like a successful project, when you're handing it over, when you see the green, 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 all good, 100%. That must be a
Yeah,
nice feeling, right?
yeah. I've just done a hydrogen plant in Germany. We went green, 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 all the way down. We ran the plant.
Wicked.
Hydro electrolyzer, 30 bar, no problem. Bang, solid, no alarms, no problems.
So come away from your career for a minute. And obviously, you've been in a position of analyzing job offers many a times, joining different contracts. When there are people like you in that position, how should people think about choosing the right company? You know, not just taking anything they get offered. How should people choose the right position for them?
Background, do background research.
Some due diligence.
Background,
And what do you look for when you do a background check on a company?
you look for comments in social media, you look for comments on finance, a lot of background.
Not a
Do
background check.
due
Okay. Okay.
diligence, be
Yeah.
smart, check, talk. If you built up into the industry and you've got contacts, reach out to your contacts, speak to your contacts, ask them, you know, you have any knowledge of this company? Do you know how they pay, how they work, what's going on? You know,
Mhm.
be smart.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good
I mean,
advice. And whilst we're on that topic, to flip to you as a client, Simon. So if you're in a position of hiring and you're interviewing, have you got any examples of when you've hired or interviewed teams before and what you looked out for? Is there anything that someone impressed you with when you was interviewing them?
yeah, experience, knowledge, or willingness to
Yeah.
learn. And
Hmm.
one of the biggest things for me was the willingness to understand, learn, and the
The
aggressive,
attitude, yeah,
the
to be
attitude. Yeah,
hungry. Yeah,
yeah,
hungry to want to learn, to want to do
yeah,
well. That
yeah.
attitude, do you position that as the most important thing to look for
Yes,
above
I'm,
experience?
I'm,
Obviously, they
I'm.
need some experience, but
It's above education. I'm not overly. I don't care about you have a degree or 10 degrees, but if you have
hmm,
experience, you have knowledge, yeah, then I'll
yeah,
prefer you over somebody that has 2 degrees, master's, doctorate, or something else. In theory, it's theory.
right.
It's not practical. So
Hmm.
for me, practical is the most important part.
In your opinion, how long should the hiring process take from start to finish, from first interview with a employer to final interview? How long do you think it should take?
I'd say 2 weeks,
Yeah,
um, 2 to 3 weeks at the maximum.
and how
Um,
many conversations?
again, 2 to 3, 4,
Yeah.
maybe. You've called me yourself, and
Mm.
bing, bing. 2 days
Yeah.
later, I'm on the way out to shit. So,
Yeah. I know, yeah. Can happen instantly. Uh,
and
got a
I've,
decade of work left in you.
unfortunately,
Maybe
yeah.
longer.